You now have the power no man has ever wielded.
That is Rhaenyra on Syrax, and this is already very interesting because after giving birth to Visenya, she barely rode Syrax. She was dealing with physical trauma, mental trauma, everything was piling up on her, and the fact that she's back in the air like this, yeah, this is very very important. Now what exactly is happening here? So basically there are three possibilities. The first is that she's heading to Vale to meet Rhaena and Sheepstealer. I've heard some rumors, some leaks about this timeline. And the second is she might be going back to check on Jace, that what exactly has happened there in the Gullet. This makes more sense for her character also because she has done this before with Luke when she rushed to Storm's End. Now, the third and the big one is that she's going to take back King's Landing. But honestly, I don't think it is that because when this happens in the books, she doesn't go alone. There is a whole convoy of dragons. There's Vermithor, Silverwing, Sea Smoke, Caraxes, and obviously Syrax. So there are too many dragons. Here she is alone. So I don't think that is that. Also, this feels more personal, more targeted. So either way, Rhaenyra is back on Syrax, and that is already awesome.
You now have the power no man has ever wielded.
Now listen to this line as Daemon says that you have more power than any man has ever wielded. He is not hyping her up. This is actually true because at this point, Rhaenyra is sitting on the largest dragon force ever seen in the history of House Targaryen. We are talking about Syrax, Caraxes, Sea Smoke, Meleys, though she's dead, Silverwing, Sea Smoke, Moon Dancer. I think I have taken many names again and again, but you get the point. It's an air force. It's an air force. And here is the crazy part. Even Aegon the Conqueror didn't have these many dragons. He had just three. So at this point, she's literally the most militarily powerful Targaryen ever existed at any point of history. And this is the problem. Having dragons is one thing, and winning wars with them is a completely different story.
All that remains.
Now, this shot right there is Battle of the Gullet, and this dragon is flying really low. This is Vermax. Now, the question is, why is he flying this low? Because this isn't normal for a dragon to behave like that in a battle, because dragons usually stay high, control the skies, and burn from the above. So here he is actually looking for his brothers. Jace is looking for Aegon and Viserys, who are in those ships. So he's actually looking for his brothers. That is why he's flying so low, and this is why he's going to be. Okay, I'll not spoil it, I think, but you get the point.
All that remains is for you to decide what you want from this war.
Now we cut here to the Corlys and Daemon scene and notice something important. Corlys is not wearing any armor. They're in the middle of the war. They should be wearing an armor, and Daemon is in fact wearing an armor. This strongly suggests that this scene is after Battle of the Gullet, and at this point, Corlys is tired. He has lost so much, seen so much. This guy is not in the war mode anymore. He's thinking politically. And this is where this scene gets interesting because later on, when Rhaenyra takes back King's Landing, he's the hand of the queen. So there are too many crucial advices he gave her, even regarding the dragon seeds and everything else. And Daemon is also pushing his ideas, but the queen is not budging. So this is where the tension starts building within the black ranks. So this scene actually foreshadows that what is coming in the future for the queen. Now that's Alicent and Helena trying to flee King's Landing. And yeah, it really looks like an escape attempt, this whole crime hoodie and stuff. But this is actually a failed attempt because the Gold Cloak won't let that happen. They are loyal to Daemon, not Aegon, or in the show timeline, Aemond. So then the show cuts to the queen. She is walking and looks at the ground, the blood. I mean, we look at the ground and there is blood underneath her feet as well. So what exactly is this? This is not the Iron Throne rejecting her. This is actually the punishment phase. As soon as she takes back King's Landing, the executions start. And the first execution that was ordered was of Otto Hightower. So this is where Alicent's line comes in, where she says, "You will do things that your heart once recoiled." What exactly does she mean here? Now, this isn't random. This directly fits into this scene because she is foreshadowing towards what Rhaenyra is about to become after becoming the queen. And this also has to do something with Daemon trying to kill Otto in Dragonstone when she said no. That's iconic no. So yeah, this is what is happening here. This is Rhaenyra's rule beginning, and it's really looking very, very dark in third season.
The Targaryens are a savage race.
Now we are seeing the forces of Ormond Hightower, the Hightower forces who are with the Greens, obviously. And here we see the glimpse of Winterwolves and Caraxes. He looks like a tiny chicken. But yeah, this is the meeting point of the Riverland armies as well as the Winterwolves. And then we see Aemond on the Iron Throne. Never happened in the books. He never proclaimed himself to be the king of the Seven Kingdoms. This is quite contradictory from the source material. But yeah, I have to see.
Draw your sword.
Now here is Aemond in full-on Daemon style armor. He's copying him, isn't he? So here what is happening here is Aemond has entered Harrenhal, and in his head the situation is that these people, Sir Simon Strong and his people, have surrendered the castle without putting up a fight against Daemon. No resilience, no defense, nothing. So for Aemond, this is betrayal. So he decides to wipe out the Strong bloodline. So what he is asking Sir Simon Strong to draw his sword, give him the sword so that he can defend himself. And then what happens is a one-way fight where Sir Simon Strong actually dies, and he hacks him into pieces and then feeds him to Vhagar. Sir Simon Strong, our beautiful Castellan. This is what Aemond going to do it, and he's going to make me hate him even more. We have also got some scenes of Christian Cole being petrified of dragons, and this is moving towards his end. So this is what exactly is happening here.
We will all become beasts before our end.
Vhagar looks so beautiful, majestic here. She doesn't look like a grandma here, isn't she? Scary. What if this thing pops out in front of you? What will be your reaction? Do let me know in the comments. Now there is Daemon fighting inside the Red Keep. I've made a video about the fall of King's Landing. So there I have explained everything, whatever is going to happen inside the city. So you can go and check it out. I'll link it here and maybe in the description also. So you can go and check that out. Also, we have seen all the forces, the Hightower forces, the Riverlands, the Winterwolves, everything by far until now. Now here is the scene of Queen Helena giving birth. I think this is a dream segment because Maelor is no way back. Now we get a scene of Lord Hightower crashing out. I think this scene is from Dumbledon.
Be no doubt who the gods have chosen to rule.
Now the last scene here is of the queen, and it doesn't feel like victory to her. This feels like reflection. Everything that's happened, the war, the deaths, the choices she made, this looks like a moment where everything catches up to her. And the way she's standing there, it almost feels like she's trying to justify to herself that it had to happen. And this is what the gods wanted. I was chosen to rule. Because at this point, the belief might be the only thing that is holding everything together. And honestly, that's what makes this ending so powerful. And not triumphant. It's very powerful. Mixed but powerful. So with this video, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, everything, and drop your thoughts and theories in the comments, because Trust me, this season is going to be chaotic. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one.